Hi everyone, and welcome to a little reading lesson with me, Mrs. Goyette. Are you ready to be a little bit of a reading detective? Hands in the air if you are. Good news. So you're going to have to use some clues today to read some tricky words. First of all, I just want you to think back to being back in your year one class, and maybe even in your reception class. What things did your adults teach you that help you to be able to read some words? Have a quick think and shout them out to me. Oh gosh, that was a lot of voices all at one time. Okay, so these are things that I heard. Some of you said to use your sounds and sound talk word. Fabulous idea. Somebody said use the pictures in the book to help you to be able to figure out the words that are a bit too tricky to read. Somebody said use the first sound of the word. So if the story was about football and you saw a word that started with the letter G, you might think, oh, that could be goal. So you use the first letter and you think about what makes sense. And some of you real smarty pants said, keep on reading, and then go back to the word that you didn't know and you might find the word that makes sense. Well, that is a really, really good idea. I've got a few tips for you today that you are going to use to be able to read some words. And I know that you're not going to be able to read these words because I've actually blocked out some of the letters. Aren't I mean to you? Right, let's have a little look at this and we'll go through how you can read some of these tricky words. Oh, wow. Who, when they see a word, when they see a great big long word like this, has a little panic and thinks, I'll never be able to read that word. I used to when I was 6 years old. Okay, let's have a look. So let's read from the beginning. And then if we get stuck on that long word, some of you might even know it, but if we get stuck on it, we'll think about what we can do. They went. Use your sounds for this one, please. Sound talk with me. A, n, d, under, the. Okay. I know that it starts with a P. Right, let's get my pen. First of all, what I'm going to spot digraphs. Show me on your fingers, how many digraphs can you spot in this word? Good. R, ch, and smarty pants if you got the oo sound. It might be oo, it might be you. Okay, so let's sound talk. P, R, a, ch, oo, t, parachute. I don't think that is a word. Do you? No way, Jose. Okay, let's have a little look here. What have we got then? Say the first sound. P. That doesn't help us. Look at the picture. That does not help us because we haven't got a picture to look at. Try a word that makes sense. I don't think I'm going to be able to think of one. They went under the park. That doesn't make sense. They went under the pen. That doesn't make sense. I'll tell you what would help me if I had a picture. Okay, get ready. I'm going to show you the picture. I bet you'll be able to get the word when you've got the picture. Ah, you all shouted it out at once. We've used the picture, and here we can see that they, the children, went under the parachute. Now that great big long word there, we read when we used all three of these little clues together. Looked at the picture, and that was the clue that really, really helped us. We knew it was a P, so we knew we were looking for something for a P. We tried a word that made sense. Parachute, it does make sense. The children were under the parachute. Okay, let's have another look at a different sentence. Okay, can you spot anything in this sentence that might help you to read it? I've spotted these capital letters. So we're clearly talking about some people or a place. Okay. G-O-N, Glenn, and Joe, played with a, I don't know this word. Okay, what am I going to do? First, I'm going to sound talk. Any digraphs there? Or, sword. That sounds like a bit like swearing. I don't think it's that. Glenn and Joe played with sword. That wouldn't make sense. So I know that I'm stuck on this word. Right, let's try the first sound. I tried that. Did it help me? I'll try this one. Look at the picture. No picture. That can't help me. Can I find a word that makes sense? Glenn and Joe played with a sweet. Could make sense. What would really help us is if we could actually use the picture. And what can you see in the picture that starts with the S and makes sense? The sword. Well done if you were screaming sword out to me. Glenn and Joe played with a sword. Fabulous. So today's activity, there are some pictures for you to look at and some sentences, and I've picked a tricky word that you might not be able to read. I've blocked out some of the letters, so you're not going to be able to sound talk it, but you're going to use these clues to help you. You're going to say the first sound, you're going to look at the picture, and then you're going to think of a word that makes sense. Okay. Good luck with being a reading detective. Let us know how you get on. Don't forget that there are email addresses for the year 1 for each school, and we really genuinely love hearing from you and finding out how you're getting on. Try this on the worksheet today and then get your own books, snuggle up, read your books, and when you get stuck on a word, have a go at using those 3 little tips for today. See you later. Bye for now.